Hello friends, welcome to BioHub once again. I have brought a new video for all of you. Due to my exams, I have already told that I was unable to make my videos. So now we will be continuing the flower chapter only. We will be doing today fertilization, seed and germination. Okay. Now we learned up till pollination, that how pollination occurs when the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. Now see, when the pollen grain is getting deposited at the stigma, say this part is my stigma and this one is my style. This part is my stigma and this is my style. So when the pollen grain is deposited here, it forms a pollen tube. This pollen tube goes from here. See, the pollen tube is starting from here and it has emerged from here and it is going till the end, where in the ovary where the ovules are there. So when inside the ovary, it is getting inside the ovary, it is coming here, and the male gamete which is present in the pollen grain, that one is getting fused with the female gamete which is present here, and this fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete is called fertilization. So this is how fertilization occurs. Okay. Now after fertilization, a single cell is formed and that single cell is called zygote. Now when zygote is formed, after that there is the formation of fruit. Now there are some changes which takes place when this formation of fruit takes place. Thus petals, sepals, stamens, all these wither. Okay. So when they were in the flower, say if this is a flower, so during the fruit formation, all this will wither. There will be no sepals, no petals, no stamens. Now the ovary which is there, that increases in size, and as it increases in size, it forms the fruit. It forms the fruit. Now when the zygote is formed, now see, all of us, we animals, okay, we human beings, the animals, fishes, every living being which is there in the world, all of us, we start our life as a single cell, and that single cell is called zygote. Now all of you, if you cannot understand any concept, if you cannot understand any point, you can write in the comment box, you can write in the comment section. I will be explaining it once again to you in the comment section, or I will be, if you cannot understand, I will be coming up with a more elaborated video. Okay. So now this zygote is formed. Now this zygote, this only forms as a fruit. Now the fruit, what is the fruit? The fruit is mainly the ripened ovary. This is what we say. Fruit is the ripened ovary, and inside the ovary there are ovules. So those ovules are the seeds which we see inside the fruit. If you see mango, if you eat mango, you will see there is only one seed which is there. If you eat in the sense, if you eat apple, there are 2 or 3 seeds. This is how the formation of fruit and seed occurs. Now the fruit has 2 parts. What are the parts? Number 1 is the fruit wall and the second is the seed. Now what is the fruit wall? Fruit wall is nothing but the pericarp. The fruit wall which is covering the fruit or protecting the fruit. Now this fruit wall, that is pericarp, this is divided into 3 parts. Now let's see what are the 3 parts. What are those 3 parts? You can see I have written the names of the 3 parts. That is epicarp. This is the number 1. then there is mesocarp, the second, and then there is endocarp, that is the third one. Now what is epicarp? Epicarp is the, now if we tell about what is epicarp? Epicarp, as it is the outer layer, so obviously it will be very thin and it is a leathery part of the fruit wall. Mesocarp, this is the middle fleshy part, okay, mainly the fleshy part which we consume, that part is the mesocarp. And then there is the endocarp, it is the innermost hard part that contains the seed, and it is called the endocarp. Now a fruit may be dry or fleshy. In dry fruits, the fruit wall, that is the epicarp, it is very hard, thin and dry. It is not distinguished into these three layers. Means if there is a fruit, for example, say there is a fruit like this. Sorry, my ink is not very proper. I will be ensuring in the next video that it is very uh, visible to you. Now you can just, I'm very sorry for this. Say this is a fruit, okay, so is a fruit, this fruit is a fruit, this fruit wall pericarp in hard or means the fruits which are dry, in them there is not this this three layers, this three distinguished layers are not, there is only one layer, that is the pericarp. In the fleshy fruits, if we see the fleshy fruits, there are the all the three layers, it is epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Now dry fruits, if you tell that is what are dry fruits examples, if you tell, then you can bring the example of gram, you can bring the example of grains, peas, all these, because they are very dry, you can very, means you can visualize them and you can understand. And fleshy, if you, in the sense of fleshy fruits, there will be mango, banana, apple, these all are your fleshy fruits. So this is how there are the two types of fruits, that is the dry fruits and the fleshy fruits. Functions of a fruit. Functions of a fruit, say the first function and the first and the foremost function of the fruit is to protect the immature seed. The seed is immature, it's a baby seed, so it has not grown into a big grown plant, so it's a seed. So how to protect that seed from extreme climatic conditions and harmful animals, that is what the fruit does. And the next function is that it stores food material which will be utilized by the seed itself. And the third function is that it will attract the animals who will be helping in the dispersion or scattering of the seeds. Okay, when the seeds will be dispersed in various places, so plants will start growing from those various places. Okay, so this is what the functions of fruit were. Now here we end our video. You may be thinking why this video is too short, because now only you started to watch the video and it ended also. But I am doing this because see, biology is a subject where you don't have to mug up the thing which is in the book. You have to conceptualize the things. Okay, you have to understand the concepts, the experiments, the concepts, the facts is going around in the nature. You have to understand it. Okay, so if you cannot understand, only marking up will not help you, at least in biology it will not help you, neither of the science subject, not in chemistry nor in physics it will help you in only marking up. So we did only up till fertilization. You can, and if you, because see you are class 6, so it's the first time you are taking biology. Biology is very first, very new to you, so first understand the whole part. What is fertilization, how it occurs, that this pollen grain is getting deposited, the pollen tube is emerging from here, it's coming till here, it's going inside the ovary, then reaching the ovule, and the male gamete is fusing with the female gamete. This process is called fertilization. Then the zygote is formed. Okay, then the zygote, there is a fruit has a fruit wall and a seed. The fruit wall has three layers, that is mesocarp, epicarp, endocarp. These mesocarp, epicarp, endocarp, they are distinguishable only in the fleshy fruit, but in dry fruits they are not distinguishable. So these things when you understand, I will be very soon bringing the next video of flower, which will be our end uh, video on the last video on flower, and that will contain seed and germination, your hypogel and epigel germination, and that much you have on syllabus. So thank you, take care, and if you have any doubt regarding this video you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so thank you.